is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We're going to get into some Scream theories as always. We can also talk about some other stuff if you want, other horror movies. But, we usually talk about Scream theories, Scream 7 talk, any updates that we have. Hey, Eli. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Angie. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week, almost to the weekend. Hey, Samira. Hey, Treston. Hey, Shane. If anyone has any theories or anything they want to talk about, you can start dropping them in the chat. We will get to it in just a minute. Just saying hello to some people first. Hey, Leah. Hey, Ray. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Joe. Hey, G. Jerg or Jerg. Hey, Billy. Welcome. In Scream 5, Casey Becker referred to as dumb bitch. Definitely Stu. In the opening scene, does Ghostface say that? Did you hear about Michelle Trachtenberg? I did. That is so sad. I was shocked when I heard it. My mom actually texted me about it. Super sad. Will it affect the reboot they're planning? I don't know. I don't know if she was gonna be in it. I don't know. It's just super sad. Where do you think Stu met all the ghost faces? I don't know. I mean, I think he's recruiting people on the Stab subreddit. I talk about this a lot in my Stu theory videos. I think the Stab subreddit where Amber and Richie met, I think that is where he is recruiting people online. Same goes for Jason and Greg. I think that they were in Stu's cult. Kirby said that she was tracking their online activity. I think that is a clue that they have a connection to Richie and Amber. I mean, even Jason knew that Richie was the one behind the murders. The whole world thinks that it was Sam. Jason knew that it was Richie. He said, we have to finish Richie's movie. So I think he's meeting most of them on the internet. Best way to survive a Ghostface attack? Just keep on running. Don't get caught. I think that Stu will not come back as a killer and instead be on Sidney's team. I hope not. I don't want to see him be a good guy. I want to see him be his usual killer self. He can I would like it if he makes us think that he's reformed and he's now a good guy, but I don't want him to actually be one. Hey, Aiden. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm getting really excited for Scream 7. Too bad it's still a year away. It will be here before we know it. Time flies. This month alone, February, went by so quick. So we just got to do that 12 more times, and then it'll be time for Scream 7. Hey, Eunice. I've never seen Buffy either. It is on my list. But I just I've said before, like, my problem with TV shows is I become so obsessed that all I wanna do is spend time watching the show, and I, like, neglect all my other responsibilities in life. I currently am watching Yellow Jackets. If anyone here has not seen Yellow Jackets, you have to watch it. It's so good. They're currently on the 3rd season, it's airing right now, and Jasmine Savoy Brown, who plays Mindy Meeks, is in it. That show is so good. She was supposed to be in the Buffy revival. Oof. That is terrible. Um, if we were going to get Sam and Tara back for another movie with Stu, what would you want them to do? I was hoping that Stu was gonna try to recruit Sam into his cult because, Sam has a little bit of a dark side. She was kind of fighting that side of her, and Sam being Billy's daughter, that's the closest thing that Stu could get to working with Billy again. So that's what I would have liked to see. I also had a theory that Tara is Stu's daughter. I know that sounds crazy if you've never seen my theory videos, but I think there were a lot of clues that point towards that. Um, Obviously, probably not going to happen now. Um, because Tara won't be in the movie. But if you're curious about that theory, check out my Tara Carpenter theory video. I think Stu has been alive the whole time and was in all the screams after the first one. Um, yeah, I have a theory about this. I just put out a video about a week ago called Where Has Stu Been? Or What Has He Been Doing for 30 years? Um, yeah, I think it's possible that he has been in every single sequel. Um, we have Nero sending in a super chat. Thank you so much. You said you should do a joint stream episode with We Watched a Movie and Craven Something Scary. Reach out to those guys. Watch Buffy and Angel also. Um, yeah, I've been on Craven's channel before. This was a while ago though at this point, but we definitely gotta um do something again soon. I don't really talk to I've never interacted with We Watched a Movie, so that would be cool though. Um yeah, I gotta watch Buffy. I know it's on my list. Um I just don't know when I'll get around to it. There's so many things that are on my watch list. Maybe I'll just I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do just like one episode a night or something like that, which I know there's a lot of seasons, so it would take me a long time to get through it if I do it that way. Um my problem is I just get so obsessed, but I know I have to watch it one day. Thank you so much for the $5, Nero. I appreciate you. I think it would be really cool if one of the past survivors were in the cult. I agree. I kind of would love for Kirby to be in the cult. I know, like, a lot of people don't agree with that because we all love Kirby. I love her too, but I would love to see her as one of the killers. Terrifier 4 will probably be the goriest one. Probably. I mean, they keep stepping it up every sequel. Um, 3 was pretty nasty. So I imagine 4 will definitely top it. Stu is probably on the dark web recruiting killers for his Ghostface cult. For sure. I That's what I think. Hey Chris. I have to watch the new episodes. Are you referring to Yellow Jackets? I am thinking about doing some Yellow Jackets videos on my channel because I feel like it's the perfect show for theories. You guys know I love coming up with theories, so I am currently doing a rewatch so that I can, really come up with some good theories. Who do you like more, Amber or Quinn? That's a tough one. I wasn't really crazy about Amber. The you know when I first saw Scream 5, she has grown on me a lot. Um, but the thing is, before the reveal, I find Amber pretty boring. So overall, as a character, I don't really like her. Quinn, I kind of like after the reveal. She was kind of crazy. I think I would have to go with Amber though. Which Scream movie do you think you would survive? And which Scream movie do you think you wouldn't survive? Um, I don't know. I'd like to think that I would survive all of them. I mean, I probably would survive Scream 6 just because those ghost faces were not very good at their job. So I would probably survive the first one. I mean, the sixth one. Do you feel Scream 7 will be the last form of the franchise? I hope not, but when they're bringing back all these actors, which I'm excited for, I don't think they can make another one after this. I get what you're saying. Realistically, like the seventh one probably should be the last one. I hope it's not. And I don't think it will be. Um, but if you're bringing back Stu and Sidney, I feel like it would be the perfect like grand finale to the whole franchise. But with that being said, I want to see it go on for a long time. And I just think maybe this is going to be the last one to wrap up Sydney's story. And then moving forward, they'll focus on other characters, probably her daughter moving forward. I don't think it'll be the last one. I mean, there is rumors that Scream 8 is already in development. Don't know how true that is, but I imagine because these movies are so popular, they're gonna keep making them at least for a little while longer. I hope that they reveal that Stu is the cult leader for Scream 7. I totally agree. I think it's gonna happen. Do you think we could get Tara, Mindy, and Stu as Ghostface reveals in 7 or 8? I'm thinking Jenna may be secretly cast. I know a lot of people would like to see that. I just don't see it happening. But who knows? Like, I don't know. Anything is possible. Maybe in the 8th movie. I don't know. Mindy, I don't think so. Stu for sure for 7. Mindy, I don't think they would make her a ghost face. Tara, I could see her being a ghost face. I had theories about that. Because I feel like if Tara and Sam were going to be in Scream 7, I feel like Tara might have been a ghost face because not only do they wanted you to think that Sam was possibly going to turn bad, but I think Tara, there were clues there for Tara that she was going to have a dark side. She wasn't dealing with her trauma. They emphasized that in Scream 6. And that look when she killed Ethan or when she stabbed him in the back of the throat, like, I don't know, she looked like she could go down a dark path. Also, the fact that these new movies are mirroring the originals as far as who the killers are, at least. Screams 1 and 5, it was the boyfriend. And then Screams 2 and 6, it was the parent of the boyfriend. Scream 3, we know that it was Sydney's half brother, and Tara is Sam's half sister. So I feel like if Sam and Tara were in 7, I think Tara might have been a Ghostface, but obviously I don't think that's gonna happen now. I think it would have been a good twist also. Zork is sending in a super chat. Thank you. Uploading chapter 6 of my fanfic next week. I still gotta catch up. I apologize. I've been so busy lately. But I really enjoyed the first part of it that you sent me. So that's exciting. Chapter 6, so it's like continuing whatever you sent me the last time. I gotta catch up. But that's awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel, Zork, and for moderating. I appreciate you. Hey, Paula. Maybe the brain damage from the TV made Stu obsessed with Sidney. I think he was kind of already obsessed with her. But yeah, I definitely could see him being upset, like his obsession with her just growing stronger over the past 3 decades. Is it true the show The Following was based off Kevin Williamson's original ideas for Scream 3 and Stu? That's what I heard. I've never seen The Following, but I have heard that. There are 7 seasons of Buffy and 5 seasons of Angel. Wow, I didn't realize Angel went on for that long. I kind of thought it was like a 1 or 2 season thing. Hey, Leo. I think Anna Camp is Leslie Mocker. So do I. Her daughter, Stu's niece, is friends with Sydney's daughter, but secretly she knows Sidney killed her uncle. I mean, I don't know if Anna Camp's character has a daughter. I think she has a son. I think either Sam Reckner or Asa Gurman is Anna Camp's son. Maybe she also has a daughter. Maybe McKenna Grace's character is her daughter. I don't know. They look similar. If Stu's cult is part of the movie, do you think we will get a Ghostface backstabbing like Mrs. Loomis did to Mickey? I hope so. Now that I'm thinking about it, we haven't had a Ghostface backstabbing since the 4th movie. Amber and Richie did not turn on each other, and neither did the Bailey family. That is interesting. I don't know though. When it comes to the cult, I think they're all in this together. Like, I don't know. It would be cool to see a backstabbing though. I wonder what could have happened if Derek got untied. I think he would have still died, but there would be a fist fight. Ugh, poor Derek. His death is honestly so sad, and I feel like it gets overlooked because he's not really a fan favorite. He probably would have still died, saving Sidney. I can't decide which is gorier, Saw or Terrifier. I kind of feel like Saw is gorier because to me, Terrifier kind of has like a comedy aspect to it. It's like, first of all, Art the Clown is pretty funny at times, and I feel like the kills are just so over the top that they become kind of funny to me in Terrifier. Whereas with Saw, it's just like scary and truly terrifying to be in that situation. Um, so I kind of think Saw is a little gorier. We have a super chat from Silver Princess. Thank you. You said, for those who didn't know, Jamie Hart, one of Pam's moderators, posted 4 days ago that she suffered from a stroke. She appears to be okay, luckily. Yes, I saw that she posted that. I am so happy that she's okay. I left a comment on her post. That is so scary, and I'm just so glad she's okay, and I hope she recovers quickly and is feeling better sooner rather than later. Yeah, she's usually in these chats moderating for me. So we've definitely missed her, and I hope she feels better soon. Thank you, Silver Princess, for your super chat. I would love to see Rebecca Gayheart and Portia de Rossi back, maybe Selma Blair. That would be cool. I would love to see them back as well. Even if it's just for like a quick second, it doesn't need to be anything major. I believe he is definitely the cult leader this time around, hence him referring to himself as a fairy godmother in a messed up way. I think McKenna Grace is his number 2. Interesting. I don't know. I think McKenna Grace would make a great killer, but a part of me thinks she's just gonna die, like as an innocent victim, and probably have like a really gruesome death. Maybe Matthew's joke about being the fairy godmother meant something. Before he was announced, he said he wasn't in the movie, but if he was, he'd lie to our faces. Then suddenly we find out he's in it. That is interesting. I've heard a few people point that out, how he said he's coming back as the fairy godmother. A part of me thinks that it's just a coincidence, which is funny for me to say because when it comes to Stu and stuff, Stu clues, I don't think there are any coincidences. I usually think there is meaning to everything, but and there very well could be with this, but I don't know. I kind of think it was just a weird coincidence that he happened to say that, but who knows? Billy or Stu? I prefer Stu. Whenever the last one is going to be, they should keep Stu alive until the very last one. I hope that we can at least get him for a second movie. After Scream 7, I would love for him to survive Scream 7 to go on to be in Scream 8. I wonder if Stu has any changes in his demeanor. Maybe he's gone full Charles Manson over the past 30 years. Yeah, I definitely think we're going to see a different side of Stu. I mean, it's been 30 years. He was 17 in the first movie. So I definitely would love to see a darker Stu. I think he's not going to be quite as goofy as the first time, but I do want to see a few elements of that goofiness still, just a little bit. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to be different. I hope Sidney always stays a part of the franchise. Give me gray-haired Sidney. I hope so too. I definitely think though that like Scream 7 is going to be Sidney focused. Like she is the main character again. But I do think moving forward it's going to be her daughters, and she'll just come back for like a scene or two, kind of like in Scream 5 where she just showed up at the end. But yeah, I hope we can see her in more movies. Which Scream movie was your favorite and who is your favorite killer? The first one definitely is my favorite. Stu is my favorite killer. Um, but after the original, the fourth one is my favorite sequel. Hey, Carlos, what about two reveals? I do think we're gonna get multiple, especially if it's a cult. I mean, I think there's going to be several members of the cult that we might not get to actually like spend a lot of time with and get to know because there's just not enough time in the movie. But I definitely think there's going to be more than one reveal. I think Sidney battles the Ghostface and wins. Then at the end, another one comes out and Stu reveals himself. That would be cool. Um, who do you think will be the opening kill of Scream 7? I think it will be Chad's mysterious girlfriend or a random person. I am hoping that it is Sydney's husband. I think it's got to be something major to get her to want to be involved with Ghostface again. Um, I don't know. I'm hoping it's her husband. Think Sydney's daughter's boyfriend might plot against Sid the way Billy plotted against Maureen. That's interesting. Maybe. Hey, Kane. I do like how at least one killer in every movie is related to a previous character. Not 5 unless you count Sam. Yeah, I do. I agree. I know a lot of people don't like that it's always someone related to someone, but I do kind of like that because it makes you care about it a little bit more. You know, if it's just a random person with zero connection, then it just doesn't really matter that much. How long should this movie be? 3 hours? I'll take it. I would love a 3-hour Scream movie. Um, especially with Stu coming back, I feel like it's gotta be the longest movie for sure because there's so much stuff we got to cover, you know? Not only is this new cast is already so large, like, there's so many cast members in this movie, and then when Stu comes back, it's like we have questions that we need answers to, like, where has he been this whole time? What has he been doing? Um, so yeah, I will take a 3-hour Scream movie. There's a Stab 4 made by fans that is supposed to be canon in the Scream franchise. It even has the time travel teased in Scream 4 about Stab 5. Interesting. I gotta check it out. Hey, Wilson. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I will definitely be rewatching all of the movies multiple times in the next year. I'm thinking about doing a watch party soon on the channel again. Next month is the 2-year anniversary of Scream 6 and the 2-year anniversary of my channel. So I'm thinking about combining the two and doing a Scream 6 watch party here sometime next month. Do you think Matthew Lillard will play Stu or he will play a different character? Definitely Stu. I think if he was playing a different character, people uh, would riot. I would be that would honestly piss me off if they bring him back to play a different character. Terrifier is amazing. Terrifier 3 is unexpectedly a masterpiece. I love Terrifier. I'm late to the game. I watched the first one maybe like 2 years ago. Um, and I did not expect to like it as much as I do. I always feel bad for Charlie when he gets betrayed by Jill. Yeah, it's sad. Like, he actually had feelings for her. Who do you think had the lamest motive in the entire Scream franchise? I say Charlie's bitterness towards Kirby for not having mutual feelings for him. Um, honestly, I'm not a fan of Billy's motive. As much as I love Billy and the reveal, every time I hear his motive, I'm like, who cares? Like, your mom abandoned you, and that's why you're gonna kill all these people? Like, come on. What if McKenna Grace is Stu's daughter? Definitely a possibility. Could happen. Jamie Lee is known as the Scream Queen. Now I think Nev Campbell is the new Scream Queen. Yeah, I mean they definitely both are. I don't know if you guys were watching the SAG Awards the other day. They did like a little montage of a bunch of Scream Queens, and Jamie Lee Curtis was involved, Nev Campbell, Jenna Ortega. They even showed a clip of Melissa Barrera. It was so fun to see. I was not expecting that. Hey, the horror show. Which celeb do you think would not make a good killer? For example, Jeff Goldblum. He's too nice. Hmm. I don't know. Um, I'm trying to think of like who always plays a sweet character in things. I don't know. I have to think about that. Um, I got nothing. I don't think Gale's going to die because of what Stu Macher said in Scream 6. What line are you referring to? Have you seen the pictures of Sidney on set? I have. Yes. She's looking great. Are there any popular slasher movies that you think are boring? Um, hmm. Let's see. The new one that came out last year, It's a Wonderful Knife. I wasn't that crazy about it. And I don't really plan on rewatching it, so I guess that one. Can you imagine if Sydney gets new neighbors who turns out to be Leslie? Maybe her son is Ghostface. That's what I think is going to happen. Anna Camp's character is supposedly Sydney's neighbor, and I think um, she's going to turn out to be Leslie. So this could very well be happening. Um, I know you don't really like this theory, but if Mickey is alive, I feel like he would be the dad of Asa Gurman's character. I don't know why, but to me, he kind of looks like Mickey. I mean, that would be a twist for sure. I hope Jill comes back. So do I. Do you think that Stu and Sydney are going to have a much bigger backstory to them than we ever knew? I don't know. What do you mean? Like, find out something from 30 years ago that we didn't know before? Like, maybe they secretly hooked up or something? That would be crazy. I mean, Stu always had a thing for her. Since they have already said Scream 8 is going to happen, I hope 7 and 8 are connected closely. Having a cliffhanger would be cool. I hope so too. I love being a part of your lives. It's like we are all sat in a room talking like in the Scream 2 film class. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love talking Scream with you guys. It's crazy that I can just come on here and talk about my favorite movies. It's so much fun. Um, how would you feel if the ghost faces that didn't get shot in the head came back, but the ones that did get shot in the head came back as ghosts? Um, I mean, I would love it if any ghost face that wasn't shot in the head, I would love to see again. Not all of them because that would just be too crazy, I think. But other than Stu, like I would love to see Jill also come back. As far as the ghost thing, I don't know. That might not be too good. The way that they do it. However, like the thing with Billy in Scream 5 and 6, I loved that. I thought that was a great way to see him again. Um, so I don't know as ghosts, but as a flashback, I would love to see. Like I'm hoping Roman is gonna be a flashback. Yeah, we need a 3-hour Scream movie. Can you imagine if Roman had a twin? Maybe he did not know before he died. The actor mentioned a small part, but maybe that implies at the end he reveals himself. I've heard people mention this. I don't know. I don't think he has a twin. I think it's just gonna be a flashback. Do you think Stu's sister will appear? I do. I was just saying I think Anna Camp's character is secretly Leslie Mocker. Yeah, I definitely want to get back into some watch parties. Um, I want to do another round of the Scream watch parties. I know we already did all of them, but obviously this is my favorite franchise and it has been a little while since we did them. And, I have so many new subscribers, so maybe people weren't here for the last time. So definitely want to do Scream again and then also get into some other movies. Oh, the Ghostface said in Scream 6 said to Gale, you'd make a great killer. Yeah, I think she would make a good one. I just think it's a little too late for it. Um, I think it would have worked well in Scream 2 or even Scream 3. Um, for me, the real villain is Sidney Prescott. No way. I know some people say that Maureen's the real villain. I don't think so either. Obviously, what she did, like cheating on her husband, is not a great thing, but she doesn't deserve 'Cause she's not responsible for everything that has happened since. That is true. People have, killed for less than what Billy did, but still, it's just like, that doesn't mean Billy's motive is a good motive. Um, I don't think that's an excuse for him to do all of this. Um, have you watched Run, Hide, Fight? I have. I watched it years ago when it came out. Um, I feel like that was a long time ago at this point, like 4 years ago that came out. I did watch it. It was a good movie. Have you seen Prom Night? I have. Um, I saw, yeah, the original with Jamie Lee Curtis and then the remake. Is Brittany Snow in the remake? Am I thinking of the right movie? I got some news about Scream 7. Lay it on us. What is it? You might have already said it in the chat. I realize I'm behind in the chat. I apologize. I plan on seeing It's a Wonderful Knife, but I heard it is a reference to It's a Wonderful Life. It is. It's kind of like it has like elements of that movie. It's a Wonderful Life is one of my favorite movies ever. Um I mean, yeah, if you've never seen It's a Wonderful Knife, I would recommend you watch it. Even though I wasn't crazy about it, I do think it's worth the watch. I just wasn't blown away by it, so I don't really plan on rewatching it. Mindy should be opening kill and they find a video like Randy did. I have a video on the channel I posted pretty recently about my idea for a Mindy opening kill. I have this idea that she should have a podcast, and yeah, just definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it. I kind of feel like Mindy's gonna survive because um because she said recently that Kevin Williamson has said that Mindy is his favorite character. So I don't know if he'll want to kill her. We need to do a flashback. I would love that. I keep saying that. I think we need it. We need to see him again. Do you think we will see Matthew on set with leaked photos, kind of like we saw Sidney recently? I don't know. I think there is a good chance that we will, and I think that's why they chose to announce his return, because they knew that there was no way um to keep it a secret. Like, someone's going to take a photo of him. I think it's bound to happen. I guess it kind of depends though. Like, if he has a scene walking down a public street, that's one thing. There's going to be photos of that. But if he's just going to be indoors, maybe they can keep it under wraps, you know? If he's only filming inside of a house or inside of some set that they create, then maybe we won't get a photo. I don't know. Neil Prescott was an accomplice in Maureen's death. Imagine we find that out. If Mindy dies, the theater will go crazy. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need a big death. So it's got to be one of the twins or Gale. One of them has to go in Scream 7. What if we're wrong and Roman is the main connection to the new Ghostface? say McKenna's father and Stu is raising her and training her. Interesting. I mean, it's definitely possible Roman could have had a kid before he died. What if there was a second killer in Scream 3 revealed in Scream 7? I would love for that to happen. I've been saying that. What if we find out Stu was Roman's secret partner? Because I agree, there are a lot of scenes in Scream 3 where there are two killers, you know? There originally was going to be Angelina was going to be um his partner before they chose to change it, but they filmed a lot of the scenes with two killers in mind. So, um yeah, what if we find out? What if that's why Scott Foley is back to show us a flashback of him and Stu working together? I'd love to see a young Maureen in Hollywood flashbacks. Maybe we'll see that Milton might be Roman's father. By the way, if he was, do you think Roman knew? I would also love to see a young Maureen. I do think that Milton was Roman's father. I think they kind of hinted at that. Do I think Roman knew? I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Um, I would love to see Sydney's daughter interact with the Carpenter sisters. Maybe in a future movie. Maybe Scream 8. Maybe we can get Melissa and Jenna back, but I don't know. Only a year to go till the new one releases. Yeah, a year really isn't that long. I know it feels like a long time when you're really excited for something, but um a year really isn't that long. John Milton is the real villain of the story. Now that I can possibly agree with. He's an evil guy. If you were to do another ranking, what would that ranking be about? I don't know. I feel like I have done every possible Scream ranking. I've done ranking the movies, ranking the opening scenes, ranking the ghost faces overall, the reveals, the motives. Like I've literally done every Scream ranking I can think of. Um, I'm thinking about doing some rankings for Dexter though. I don't know if you're a Dexter fan, but I'm probably going to be ranking the seasons, maybe ranking the villains. Yeah, with the sixth one coming out soon, I do have to rewatch them. So maybe we'll do a Final Destination watch party. This live stream is flying by. We're already 50 minutes in. I'm probably going to go for another 10 minutes. I usually um go for about an hour. So I will try to get to everyone in the chat, but it's very difficult. I apologize. I wish I can get to everyone. You can always send in a super chat. Those guarantee I will see your comment. But thank you so much to all 80 people who are here right now. Thanks for hanging out. Also, if you don't mind giving the stream a like, it definitely helps out the channel. I'm almost at 14K, you guys. I think I'm like 100 away. Oh my god, I'm less than 100 away from 14K. That's insane. We're gonna have to do a 14K celebration soon. It's wild to me that we've had all 7 Scream films since the last Robert Englund Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Huh. That's yeah, well, I guess isn't he in, Freddy versus Jason? That was early 2000s, right? But I guess, yeah, New Nightmare, if that's the last one you're counting. I think the Meeks will die in 7. I think one of them has to go. I think Gale had her chance to become a Ghostface in 4. Yeah, maybe it could have worked in 4 also, but definitely at this point, I think it's far too late for that. I wish we knew more about Hank Loomis, given his wife and son both became Ghostface, not to mention his connection to Sam. I agree. I've been saying that. Like, what is up with Hank Loomis? Where is he? What was his reaction to finding all of this out? Have you ever seen American Psycho? I have, yes. Hey, Russell. Thank you. They are giving reports that Kirby isn't in it to keep it a secret, I think. I hope so. I would love to see her back in Scream 7, but I don't know. Um, there's rumors about her getting her own spin-off, so maybe with so many characters in Scream 7, and considering she's potentially getting a spin-off, maybe they think there's not enough room for her in 7. Um, I don't know why they would want to keep her a secret. If they revealed Matthew Lillard and Scott Foley, why keep Hayden a secret? I don't know. Maybe Sydney's kids are Mark Kincaid's kids, but things didn't work out for Sydney. So Sydney remarried a different guy whose name is also Mark. I don't think that's the case. I feel like since Patrick Dempsey isn't returning, I don't think they want anything to do with Mark Kincaid. Unfortunately. Do you think we will see any more stab sequels in this new movie? Because if they didn't bring back Maureen, they could bring in Sharon Stone to play the part of Maureen. That would be cool, actually. Um, yeah, I hope we see more stab. Um, I know a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that they're kind of over the whole stab thing, and Scream needs to move on from stab. But I love it. I want to see more stab. Hey, RJ. Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up in a couple minutes. Are you going to do a live stream tomorrow? That is the plan. Probably same time tomorrow. Um, and then I think Friday is going to be an early stream. I'm thinking around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time for Friday. I'm hopeful for Mason Gooding as more of a main character in Scream after seeing him in Heart Eyes. I kind of feel like he will have a pretty significant role in Scream 7 cuz he did an interview recently where he kind of said like he's legacy now. He's kind of moving up a little bit. Um like I don't think he'll be in it that much. Like, he's not like a main character, but um whatchamacallit. I think he'll be in a pretty good chunk. I think Gale knows Stu is alive. I don't think so. I don't think she does. At least I hope she doesn't, because if she doesn't, it'll just make the reveal that much better. um, does anyone think the cult could be an online stab cult? I do. I think Stu is recruiting people online. Hey Jordan, thank you for the super chat. When's the last time you seen what? What is that? I don't even know what that is. um Also, I think it'll be a waste to kill any of the twins without Sam and Tara. That's a fair point. It would be a lot more emotional if the Carpenter sisters were there for it, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we need a big death. Um, Maybe it's just going to be Gale because, like you said, without Sam and Tara, it is kind of a waste to kill the twins. And considering Sydney's here, um, killing off Gale might be what they choose to do, and killing Gale will be such a major death that maybe she had maybe her being the only big kill is like enough. Like they don't need to also kill one of the twins. Um Thank you for your super chat, Jordan. And yeah, I don't know what that is that you at the other part of your question. But thank you. Thanks for always supporting the channel. Gale's bangs were the real villain in Scream 3. Do you like the Scream TV series? I do. I think the first two seasons were great. Season 3 was decent also. As far as I can remember, it's been a while since I've seen season 3. Um, a lot of people like Chad more than Mindy, so if they kill Chad off, the theater is going to go crazy as well. That is true. I would say I agree with that. Um, a lot more people like Chad than Mindy. Tomorrow makes exactly 1 year until Scream comes out. Pretty exciting. And then the very next day, this Friday, we can say less than 1 year until it comes out. I think Hank Loomis is a Ghostface. I feel like they wouldn't do that just because we already had Billy's mom as a Ghostface. So I don't think they would do his dad. Strangers Chapter 2 is coming this year, plus Terrifier 4 is coming too. Yeah, I haven't seen Chapter 1 yet. I heard it was bad, so I'm like not in a rush to watch it. And Terrifier 4, I don't think that comes out till 2026. Which I am looking forward to. Yeah, Final Destination 6 comes out. When does it come out? I mean, pretty soon, right? We already got the trailer. So, isn't it like May? I could be wrong. All right, I think I'm going to wrap up here. We've been going for an hour, which is awesome. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me. Always a good time. Um, hey, Shaggy. Yeah, I met my goal of 10K by the end of 2024, and now I am just flying by. My subscribers has been growing so quickly. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Seriously. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Leah. I do plan on going live tomorrow as well, probably around the same time as today. And Friday is going to be an early stream. It's going to be earlier in the day, probably mid-afternoon Eastern time. So definitely turn on all notifications so that you don't miss out when I go live, because I don't really know for certain what time I'm going to go live. But thank you guys for all of your comments, your questions, all the super chats. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.